Yo, Gabe join, man.
Go
He's
for it.
sitting up here posting scores up.
Step there. Long damn chat. All right, here we are. Week 5 predictions video. Just me and G's knocking this one out. I don't think any games or only a couple have been played so far, so it's pretty good. Looking at our top 25, Georgia Tech remains number one. Got undefeated teams at LSU, Kansas, and Oregon as well. It's kind of crazy. Only 4 teams left at this point. Penn State also in the top 25, top 5. We got users all the way down to 12, and then at 23 as well. For some reason, Dave is 0-3 and still in the top 25. Look at the Heisman watch. You change it all. Actually, did change. Defensive end Tim Horner out of Virginia Tech leads your Heisman race. So that's interesting. QB Nick Timms out of Georgia Tech is second. Jamerson Siegler and Anthony Brooks out of Kansas are third and fourth, and then running back Sterling Potts out of Georgia Tech is fifth. So definitely some unexpected people here to start the Heisman race off. We go look at the players of the week. Starting off the offensive player of the week, Ari Oluwadami, wide receiver out of Ohio, 8 catches, 157 yards, 3 receiving touchdowns. He also ran for a touchdown.
And defensive player of the week for in the nation is Tim Horner. 7 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. They're not showing it on there, but he also batted down a pass. And let me just say something. Last week, since I don't think no video was done, he was also National Player of the Week with 6.5 sacks.
Oh, that's fucking wild. How the fuck does he have 10 sacks already? That's why he's leading the Heisman race. All right, ACC Offensive Player of the Week got a hokey sweep here. 8 carries, 57 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. You're kidding. 68 total yards and 3 touchdowns as your Player of the Week. ACC, do better. Do better. That's ridiculous, especially because it's supposed to be some really good offensive users in there. All right,
Yeah, of
and then of course
course
he
it.
was also the national defensive. Moving on to the Big 12. Offensive Player of the Week for the Big 12, Kyle DeBerry, wide receiver out of Oklahoma, 3 catches, 77 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That also just doesn't seem like that crazy of stats in a 44-41 loss at Tennessee.
Yeah, defensive player for the Big Ten, Reggie Ledbetter, 4 tackles and 1 sack. That's kind of like.
What's going on with these Player of the Week stats, man? All right. Big Ten, Offensive Player of the Week, David Keene, wide receiver out of Ohio State in a forced loss, 11 catches, 105 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
And defensive player of the week for the Big Ten is Johnny Matlock, 9 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble with a 52 to zip win at Louisville.
That's a little better. And then moving on to the SEC. SEC Offensive Player of the Week, Dell Adams, wide receiver phenom out of Tennessee, 5 catches, 108 yards, and 2 touchdowns in that same 44-41 win.
Defensive player of the week for the SEC, Melo Anthony. I'm assuming that he changed his name.
There's no, come on. Remember, no real
um,
player names, guys. Maybe that's what he came as. I'll ask him.
yeah, 6 tackles, 3 interceptions, and he took 2 of them to the house. Good shit, Twine.
Wow, good stuff. All right, moving on to our games. I cannot believe 10 fucking sacks in 2 weeks. That explains why he's leading the Heisman race. All right. Starting off with the ACC. Wow, we got a fucking heavyweight matchup right off the bat here. I'm sure it's one of the biggest games of the week, if not the biggest. Number 7, Alabama at 3-1. The Tide, Coach Twan traveled to Gainesville, play the 8th-ranked Florida Gators at 2-1. These two have faced off twice, I believe. Once in the playoffs a couple years ago where Twan won, and then last season they had the opener that Gabe won. So this should be a really good matchup.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. I like both of them got good rosters. Man, it's tough doing on the road, man. It really is. So I'm gonna get a slight edge to Gabe. I think he's gonna win 34-31.
Yeah, Twan not looked super great this year. Lost to Mike in the game. I thought he was going to win. Gabe's looked pretty good to start off for the most part. He shouldn't even have a loss. That's on me. I accidentally gave him a forced loss. He should be undefeated. I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna win here. And I mean, Twan will keep it close. Twan's a good defensive user, but I think Gabe wins it on a game-winning drive. I'll go 31-28. Florida beats Alabama. Next, number 1, Georgia Tech. At 4-0, the Yellow Jackets of Coach Peso traveling to Norman to play the 12th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners at 3-1, and LP coming off his first loss. This is another really good matchup between two users that want to run that rock and play defense.
Right. And I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be a tight one. I'm gonna have to go with the home team in this one, though. I think the home field advantage. Stuff happens, passes go over receivers' heads when you're on the road. And I think that'll be the difference in this one. I'm gonna take Oklahoma 21-17.
Every time this entire NCAA that Peso has been the road team against someone similar skill level, and I take the home team because they're home, Peso always wins. So I'm not going to make the mistake this time. Even though he's on the road, he's going to get the dub. He's playing good defense. He's going to run the football. It's going to frustrate LP. And I'm going to say Peso wins it 21 to, let's go 24-20 over Oklahoma. Mike will be getting a force win for his top 10 ranked Tigers. Next, another really good matchup here. Two top 25 teams. 11th ranked Virginia Tech. The Hokies are 2-2. It's your squad. Traveling to the Big House to play the 10th ranked Michigan Wolverines at 2-2. I don't know how y'all are ranked 10th and 11 with 500 records, but not here to question that. Somebody is going to get above 500 here, and somebody's going to probably drop out of the top 25 or at least fall significantly.
Right. I don't know. I haven't never played him before. He's obviously got a good roster. He's home. But man, I'm not gonna pick against myself, man. I think that I had early season rust, and I believe that I will win this game, 24-17.
Yeah, you've beaten Dell and Chap so far, two bottom of the barrel Big Ten teams. 2-0 versus the Big Ten this season. I think that's probably going to end here. B's a tough user, plays decent defense. He runs the ball well. He's at home, which is going to be even more of a disadvantage for you. I feel like you caught the turnover bug these last couple seasons as well. So I'm going to take V to win here. I think he wins relatively comfortably too. I'll say 35-17 Michigan wins. He'll pull away in the fourth. Next, 5th ranked Oregon Ducks at 3-0. That is Sam traveling to Clemson to play the 1-3 Clemson Tigers. E-Fly is reeling. Now, he's got a tough schedule this season. Needs a win here to get back on track.
Yeah, he fly, man. He's been struggling, bro. Like, I don't know. I can't pick you in this spot, man. Uh, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout or anything, but I'm gonna take Oregon. I'm taking 24-24.
Yeah, I like Sam here. I think he's going to frustrate E-Fly with the way that he plays. Now, E-Fly is better than his record every season, I feel like. And you saw it with the game of Chapo last week. He plays well early in games and then just kind of gets away from him in the second half, or he'll start off terrible and figure it out in the other half. He's kind of night and day the way he plays between each half, depending on which one he does well in. Sam's a good user. I'm going to take Sam and Oregon to win on the road here. I'll say 34. Let's go 31-21. Oregon wins. Next, 2-1 Georgia. The Bulldogs are traveling to College Station to play the 1-3 Texas A&M Aggies. Chevy's having a real tough time. Recently, he lost to me 80-7, and then he lost 52 nothing last week, or 38 nothing to Peso. So he desperately needs a bounce back.
Yeah, kind of. I watched him and well, he was playing Peso not that long ago.
For the last game.
I, I seen some things, man. Like he could have done better, man. I'm like, man, he was in there. He was playing pretty decent. Like, I mean, obviously, I didn't expect him to win, and he didn't. But I think, man, I think he can win this week. I think he's gonna win. He's at home. I'm gonna take him 27-21.
Um, yeah, he's got the turnover bug real bad. That's the problem. I actually think Georgia's been playing slightly better in his games that he's been playing. So I think he's going to have a real chance here, but I want to believe the Chevy's going to win at home. Real close game, wins on a game-winning field goal, 20-17. Next, former ACC member Louisville Cardinals at 1-3, traveling to Miami to the Gardens to play the 2-2 Hurricanes. I want to say Rob was 2-0 and has dropped his last two, and probably in ugly fashion. I know that Des was talking shit to him. Des beat him 35-13, and Chapo shut him out the week before. So Rob needs a bounce back here. He's going to have a good opportunity for it.
Yeah, he should bounce back. He's at home. He's the better user. I'll say 34-17.
Yeah, I think Rob wins here comfortably. It won't be, egregious, but I'll say 35. I'll go 35-17. Miami wins over Louisville. This one normally would just be a ridiculous heavyweight matchup, probably one of the best games of the year, but Savon's got issues with his team. He can't play his games this season because of a glitch, and JJ's taking the season off. So Savon will be getting the force win in this one. Moving on to the Big 12. Cal at 2-2. This one's another one. Hayden's got his Hayden's an accountant. He's got all his stuff going on, so he's actually not able to play for the next week or so, maybe a little longer. So Moore's going to get the force win here. It's a little frustrating. Third-ranked Kansas at 4-0. The Jayhawks are traveling to South Bend to play the 1-2 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Ryan at Dell.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. This game will probably be pretty bad. I think 63-0.
Yeah, Dell, real bad. When he joined this league, I thought he was. I mean, people talked him up like he was supposed to be a good user. I know he had been in Madden. He's not recruiting, which is part of the problem here, but he also just does not really have a feel for the game. He's getting blown out by people he shouldn't. So I'll say, yeah, Ryan wins real ugly. I'll go 70-7. Kansas wins. Down here, Kansas State at 2-3. Wildcats traveling to Oxford to play the 3-2 Ole Miss Rebels. This is Nelly playing at Eric.
Yeah, I'll take Ole Miss at home. I'll take him 31-10.
Yeah, I think that road games are tough in general. Eric's been getting better every season too, so I'll take Ole Miss to win this one comfortably. I'll go 42-14 for Kansas State. Next, second-ranked LSU Tigers at 4-0. Chapo is traveling to Los Angeles to play the 23rd-ranked USC Trojans at 0-3. This will be Dave's first game back from vacation. So not only is he winless, he's going to be rusty. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, rusty, and then guess what? You gotta play Chapo. I got Chapo winning 42-21.
I don't think Dave's going to score 21 points. I also think Chapo's going to score a lot more. I'll go 52-14. LSU wins in blowout fashion here. That's going to be an ugly one for Dave to get acclimated to. Next, this one could be a really good game. I hope that Dwayne will stream it. He usually does. Uh, 2-2 Maryland Terrapins and Chap are traveling to Austin to play the 2-2 Texas Longhorns and Dwayne. One of these two is going to get halfway to bowl eligibility, which is a big deal because I want to say neither one of them made a bowl in a couple seasons. So big time game here.
I think I'm gonna go with the home team. The home team's getting the edge here. Just gonna pick Dwayne because he's at home. Um, I'm gonna say 35-31.
I actually think Dwayne is playing better than Chap lately too. Um, Chap really, I mean, both of them want to run the ball a lot, but like you said, home field makes a big difference here. Whoever's home will be able to pass the ball a little bit better, and if they can do that, then that probably is a different game. But whoever turns it over less is going to win. Give me Texas. I'm going to go 28-17 over Maryland. Moving on. Oh, we got a game that's finished here. Looks like it was a really good one. Drop and his 4-1 Volunteers now beat Des and Penn State. Looks like Des jumped out on my early, but Drop kind of dominated the second and third quarters of the game. Let's see here. Des 1 for 5 on third down. That's going to be a problem. Tough to win games like that. Turnovers, both of them really ugly. Des had 5 of them and 3 by Drop, so both of them looked like shit when it came to that department. Maybe it was good defense. Yeah, Des' quarterback was real bad. Threw 4 picks, didn't even have 100 yards. His running back, decent day. You look at Drop. His quarterback threw 3 touchdowns, but also tossed 3 picks with it. Running back had 39 yards. I mean, turnovers are usually the difference. Des turned it over 2 more times and he lost because of it. All right, moving on. Let's see. 6th ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs at 3-1, traveling to Seattle to play the 1-3 Washington Huskies. This will be Jazz's second game she's playing back from her surgery. Should be a tough one here against me.
Yeah, welcome back. But yeah, this is gonna be tough. I got Mississippi State winning 49-7.
Yeah, I always give up some stupid, ridiculous long touchdown for no good reason. It'll probably happen again this week. I'll go 66-10. Mississippi State beats Washington. This one, potential here. Hopefully Marley will stream it. Be interesting to get some more game film on him. Still trying to get a feel out for how he is as a user. Beats E-Fly on the road, but loses at home to Delvin. So I haven't quite gotten a read yet. But he is traveling to Nashville to play the 2-3 Vanderbilt Commodores in Freeway.
Yeah, that's a tough game, man. Yeah, man. If Andy's at home, Freeway, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go with Marley, man, on this one. I think Marley pulled this one off. I think he wins 30-21.
I mean, it's just, I genuinely do not know how to gauge this guy. He's coming off a bye week, lost to Delvin before that, lost to Chapo before that. I'm going to take Freeway. I mean, he's home. He's had an extra season of recruiting. He was kind of getting his team figured out a little better. Freeway also just isn't a horrible passer or anything. His just defense is bad. And his run game isn't great. So I'll say Vandy wins this one at home close. Let's go game-winning field goal, 27-24. That is going to do it, I believe, for the games.
Yep.
So that'll do it for the video. Appreciate everybody who's watching now or going to watch in the future. Make sure you go read the rules again. It'll take you 5 minutes. We're handing out suspensions. It feels like every week still. So everybody get on top of that. Make sure you don't get subjected to it. And stream your games are supposed to be streamed. Everybody have a good night.